This video will show you how to replace the Thermobot device, which you'll find on the customer's wall, with the Vericon BMS device. You will notice when you come to install the device, there's two wires running into the Thermobot. There shouldn't be any need to go inside the boiler itself, so you shouldn't have to carry out any gas checks. This cable on the left here, as you look front on, is the power cable. And this one on the right is the data cable, the bus, which is going into the boiler. It's very important that you don't get these two wires crossed. So from the front, as you see, the power cable's on the left, and the right hand cable is the data cable. So it may be worth marking those up. I would advise starting with the power cable for every installation that you do. So before you start, make sure you follow safe isolation. You will find a screw in the bottom of the Thermobot device, which I've removed for the purpose of the video. That's the only screw retaining the back plate from the front. So once you remove the back plate, you turn it around, you'll see that it's labelled up. So this cable for the power, if you remove that first, after you've done safe isolation, and mark it up as power, and then the bus / data cable. If you slacken off the retaining clips, it should be easy enough to remove the cables. So I'm actually going to set the Thermobot aside now with the data cable still connected. So I'm only dealing with the power cable, so I can't make that mistake. On the back of the BMS device there's a flat screwdriver slot. Just push that in, the back plate will come away from the front. Set this aside. And on the BMS device, you've got clearly marked the live and neutral, which you can feed your power cables into. And then we're going to use boiler plus and minus. There are quite a few other slots on this device because it has multiple uses. But for the purpose of this trial, we're only going to use the boiler plus and boiler minus. And that part is polarity free, so it doesn't matter which way you get those cables round. But you've got to make sure that the power cable goes into live and neutral. Okay, so I've wired my power in. And then, as I say, these two need to go into plus and minus. And just make sure you tighten up the retaining clips. And once that's done, the front fascia can go back on. Now this is a little bit fiddly. And the device can be mounted to the wall now, and you can carry on the commissioning in the app.